Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the regular meeting of Vineland City Council on Tuesday, February 24th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. Roll call, please.
Dr. Arthur?
Here.
Councilmember English?
Here.
Councilmember Vargas?
Here.
Vice President Gomez?
Here.
And President Spinelli.
Here, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God,
indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Publics Meeting Act has been given by the City Clerk on December 12, 2025 in the following manner. Posting written notice on the official bulletin board of the lobby of City Hall, providing written notice to the offices of the Daily Journal, Press of Atlantic City, and the Vineland Voice, and filing written notice in the office of the City Clerk of the City of Vineland.
Chair, I entertain a motion that the pre-meeting conference, regular meeting of February 10th, and the work session of February 17th, 2026 be approved as submitted.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Sorry.
Seeing none.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Here.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli.
Yes.
Mr. President, I present resolution number 2026-61, a resolution recognizing Carmen Corder upon retiring from public service effective March 1, 2026.
Chair entertains a motion that resolution number 2026-61 be adopted according to law.
Second.
Seeing none.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Is Carmen here?
No. Carmen? No. Okay.
We will read that in, just put that into the record, Rich, please.
Yep. Yes, sir. Mr. President, I present Resolution 2026-62, a resolution recognizing David Donahue upon retiring from public service March 1, 2026.
Chair entertains a motion that resolution number 2026-62 be adopted according to law.
So move.
Second.
Discussion? None.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Is David here? Come on up, please. Yes. I'll read the resolution in. Congratulations. Congratulations, sir. Thank you. Whereas David Donahue began his career with the City of Vineland on February 28, 2005, whereas David has furthered the city's mission by providing valuable public service to the Vineland community, and whereas David has earned the respect and confidence of his co-workers and employer throughout his many years of faithful service, and whereas David Donahue has earned a well-deserved retirement from the City of Vineland effective March 1st, 2026, ending his public service career in the Department of Municipal Utilities as supervising line worker, now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and the council of the City of Vineland extend their sincere thanks and appreciation to David Donahue for a career of loyal and meritorious service with best wishes for many years of health and happiness. Congratulations.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
all.
very much.
Would you like to say anything, David?
No, I'm good.
Good?
Thank you. Thanks. Although since it knocked out
We'll open up the public portion comment of the meeting. Public comment provides an opportunity for members of the public to inform the governing body about their views. The governing body prescribes the City Council's bylaws and the New Jersey statutes on open public meetings when engaging during public comment. As such, each individual shall have a 5-minute limit to comment, cannot yield time to another individual, may only approach the podium once during public comment for any one topic. Vulgar offensive language is prohibited, and City Council will not engage in dialogue with the public during this time. The governing body maintains model courtesy and respect and requires the members of the public to do the same.
Rich, did you take
Yeah, I
the
have a
blue
couple
sheets?
here. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have Mary Ann Laeli, followed by Kate Delaney.
State your name and where you live, please.
Mary Ann Lyelli, Vineland, New Jersey. Good evening. I would like to speak about the resolution to amend the bylaws regarding the change in minutes to the public portion of council meetings. I used the YouTube video presentations of the council meetings to gather information regarding meeting minutes running from 2023 to 2026. While they may differ slightly from Mr. Franchetta's recording of the minutes, I feel they are more than likely within the ballpark. Prior to discussions regarding the data center, meeting minutes averaged between 30 and 40 minutes per meeting. Because of the data center, these meeting lengths spiked. Concerned residents are doing their research, they're presenting their findings and their concerns to the council. Sometimes topics to be discussed are more complicated than others. If people are doing their research, it means they care and their voices deserve to be heard. Some people may take longer to make their point, but they still deserve that same courtesy. Surely the concerns of the residents...
Excuse me, Ms. Lyelli. It's not a concert. We're not going to yell out. If you're going to yell out, you can leave. Thank you.
Surely the concerns of the residents regarding important matters are worth 5 minutes of time. This is our community. I respectfully request to keep the public portion limit at 5 minutes per person. Now on to a follow-up of a previous question I had raised at another meeting regarding the status of the independent environmental study. I understand that my emails, I have sent several emails to City Hall, have been forwarded to Mr. Tanetta. Has this study been received as of yet?
Mr. Tanetta, did we get any environmental studies or anything?
Not at this point, no, but I understand that they're either have been completed or to be completed shortly.
And if we wanted to receive a copy, we would contact City Hall.
They'll be filed with the Land Use Board.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kate Delaney, followed by Heidi Ye. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Ye.
Good evening.
State your name, where you live.
Sure. Kate Delaney of Collingswood. Hi, my name is Kate Delaney, and I'm the South Jersey organizer for Food and Water Watch. I'm here in solidarity with community members opposed to the Data One proposal. At previous meetings, I raised concerns about the air, water, and climate impact of this proposal. Tonight, I would like to address another component of the revised site plan that has just been made public. Specifically, I would like to express my extreme concern about the LNG facility and the LNG storage tank that are now part of the plan. For 5 years, I was part of a campaign to stop a proposed LNG export terminal in Gibbstown. During that time, I became deeply knowledgeable about the unique safety hazards of liquefied natural gas, or LNG. An LNG leak can cause a boiling liquid expanding vapor explosion. Leaked LNG forms a cloud of low-lying natural gas that drifts until it hits an ignition source, even simple static electricity, and bursts into flames. An LNG release boils furiously into a flammable vapor cloud 620 times larger than the storage container. An unignited, ground-hugging vapor cloud can move far distances, and exposure to the vapor can cause extreme freeze burns. If in an enclosed space, it asphyxiates, causing death. If ignited, the fire is inextinguishable. A resulting pool fire is so hot that secondary burns can occur within 5 seconds for those exposed within 0.69 miles, and 10 seconds of exposure could be fatal. The explosive force of LNG is similar to a thermobaric explosion, a catastrophically powerful bomb. The 2016 U.S. Emergency Response Guidebook advises fire chiefs to immediately evacuate the surrounding 1-mile area. No federal field research has shown how far the vapor cloud can travel. So in Washington, a recent LNG fire, they evacuated a 2-mile radius. Additionally, spillage of LNG into water presents a hazardous situation where water quickly transfers heat to liquid methane, causing it to expand with explosive speed that can result in damage to nearby structures. Explosions can occur and have a cascading effect as the vapor clouds moves downwind, threatening public safety, human life, and the environment. In short, allowing LNG in your community puts residents at an unprecedented and unjustifiable risk. Speaking on the dangers of LNG facilities, the former chair of the Federal Energy Regulation Commission, or FERC, Richard Glick, said this: "People who live in these communities have very legitimate reasons to be concerned about these facilities, whether it's evacuation plans or just plans and what's going to be put there, what the dangers are of explosion, and all sorts of other potential issues. In my opinion, they aren't necessarily receiving the information they need to receive." The people of Vineland have not received information about the dangers of LNG. Charles Bonnet might be trying to distract people with his data center grown tomatoes, but what he's really delivering is a potential environmental catastrophe for Vineland. Thank you.
Thank you.
Heidi?
Please state your name, where you live.
Hello, Heidi Ye. I am a resident of Cherry Hill Township. I'm the policy director of the Pinelands Alliance. And so I'm coming down here from Cherry Hill, where my kids are probably playing right now with Legos and Duplos. We like to build something new every day to keep things fresh. As I review the plans for the data center here in Vineland, it seems like you're about to build something new every day. These plans are changing dramatically. As I'm playing with my daughter, if she decides to build her Lego restaurant next to the stuffed animals, there's not much consequence to that, but we feel that it is being treated as a children's game, the way that the Vineland Data Center, the Data One, how it's been placed in the heart of these communities that we want to stand in solidarity with. This is not the best location for this kind of thing, and it's bringing in many environmental harms that will be of consequence to both the Vineland residents as well as our environment, such as the Kirkwood-Cohansey Aquifer that you share with the Pinelands. So we ask that you do your due diligence, ask all the right questions, and really hold the developer to account on this issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
President, that's all that's, that have signed up. Is there anyone that has not signed
Someone
up?
else like to speak? Get in line over here if you'd like to, and then, come on, sir. State your name, please, where you live.
Thank you. My name is Bailey Winder, and I live in Mays Landing. This room would not be full of people if we didn't feel like there was something important at stake. The impact this project will have across utility bills and the environment with regards to this data center is huge. And the need for transparent politics that puts people above profits is not negotiable. After months of community members showing up and asking questions, suddenly there's a proposal to cut public speaking time from 5 minutes to 3 minutes. And people are asking, why now? Because when the community starts paying attention and asking tough questions, the answer shouldn't be less public input. The answer should be to listen. 3 minutes. That's what the residents of this city are worth to you. Meanwhile, massive developers get total access. Who do you work for? You can try to cut our mic, but this community will not be silenced. We are here because we care. And this isn't just about one project and one city. What happens in Vineland today becomes the model for Bridgeton tomorrow and maybe the rest of South Jersey after that. The community, the folks who live here, need to have a say. You're giving big tech companies based thousands of miles away all the power and access. What about the power and access here in Vineland and South Jersey? We're not against innovation, but there needs to be accountability and assurances that residents won't be paying a higher cost, higher utility bills, pressure on our water supply, noise impact. These are real concerns that need to be addressed. People are asking a very simple question: who benefits and who takes on the risk? Because when you're talking about water, energy, and land, and long-term community impact, those aren't small details. That's everyday life for the people who live here. And if there's nothing to hide, then Data One should be here to answer these questions. We're not saying no to jobs or investment. We're saying no to working people bearing costs for a project without transparency. And if this project is as amazing as you say it is, it can stand up to an independent review. We sent a petition to Governor Mikey Sherrill. It had 1,600 signatures from New Jerseyans because the stakes here are so big. And there needs to be transparency now. If there is nothing to hide, then how come when I sent a letter to the CEO and chairman of Data One asking if they were paying any current or former New Jersey public officials or family members, there was no response? We deserve to know. And I'll ask.
You're getting very close to the edge of saying someone's on the take.
No?
So I will say to you now, since you seem to know, you need to know. No one on this panel, no one sitting down here, nor anybody in the mayor's office has gotten any money or is invested. All right? And if you have something to say in the back, please stand up and I'll respond to you. If not, be quiet.
We don't know. We're just asking questions.
And I'm telling you,
Okay.
that is a fact.
And that extends to family members of public officials?
To everybody up here, it does.
Okay. Well, that brings me to my next point. If there's nothing to hide, then great. But when you talk about cutting our speaking time from 5 minutes to 3, rest assured, we will still show up. We will still ask questions, and we'll keep speaking up. If you want quiet, guess again. Because this isn't just about one agenda item, it's not just about one city council meeting, it's about whether regular people still have a voice when big decisions are being made. And we're not going anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, please. State your name, where you live.
I'm Diane Garrity. I live in Vineland. Part of my problem with how the council has been towards us is that when I was a child, my father was best friends with the mayor. When my children were growing up in Collins Lakes, I was a part of going to all the meetings, helping everybody. Mayor Chuck Cirillo, Teresa Kelly, they were a part of my children's lives. They saw them at baseball games, we had dinner, and I was very involved with the council. You make it like we're not supposed to be here. And I have a right to expect you, as your constituent, to help us. And right now, no one feels like you're helping. You're going to take our time down when most people are done speaking in 3 minutes anyway. You should give everybody the right, because there are certain people who speak slower. There are certain people who are shaking. There are people who are extremely upset about this because they have health concerns already, and what the data center is going to do is make them sicker. And I don't know about them, but I personally have no funds to move right now. And I didn't really want to leave Vineland. You have an excellent school system. They are fantastic for special needs. It is superior to almost every other district in the city, in the state. To leave here when I just found out 2 of my 3 grandchildren that live with me have difficulties and are gonna have difficulties is a problem. It matters because Malachi has autism. It matters because Wyatt, we just found out, has muscular dystrophy. There are many things in place in Vineland. The farming. This is the most beautiful part of New Jersey. We are the biggest city. And you want to destroy it. I understand you think AI is wonderful. It's not. If it's going to cause people to get sick, lose their homes, or have to move because they don't like the noise when they picked a part of Vineland where there wasn't anything, you're not being fair. And we voted you in. And it seems like all you want to do is say, nah, it doesn't matter. It's not important. Make Diane shut up sooner. Like, I really don't understand where we're coming from. And I have always had a good relationship with city councils in the past. Y'all throw us under the bus with no warning. I don't feel that that is fair. How much did you win by? Because I have a very strong feeling none of you are winning next time. Because you've really made us feel like what we think and what we have to say does not matter. And it is important to the people of Vineland to know you actually do care. Maybe not make faces when you're up there, because more than once I've had faces made at me. Maybe not throw people out for just trying to say what needs to be said. By the way, I've never cursed.
Thank you very much for both things. Next, please state your name, where you live.
Evening, Council. Name's Matt Williams from Vineland. 3 months ago, I asked the following questions to consider. What does preventative maintenance of the closed loop look like? And where does the waste go to flush, clean, and prime this system? The only answers I've really seen provided were a never proven at scale bioengineered algae will eat volatile emissions, and a new site plan that we're aware of now shows biosludge waste contained on site. Those are early answers. I could harp on how disingenuous a CEO claiming a community going to public records is his version of transparency to celebrate his ventures. It doesn't take much to see where he underdelivers on his promises. He said 45 days for an innovation that will change the world forever. It took well more than 100 days and a whole community organizing to get those answers. Now it feels like most of the concerns that have been mentioned finally take shape on this new plan. There are massive acoustic berms that are there to attenuate sound, which will only get worse. The plans have, picture this, 500 14-foot wide fans that are going to constantly be running to chill this closed loop system. How loud will that be until those berms are up? I want to note that those fans, they announced their contract in August. Bergen Engines announced their contracts for initial loads in June and their full supply in November, with a note that it was originally conceived as a 100 megawatt facility and has grown fourfold. So there's just conflicting information everywhere the more that we dig into this. The perfected plans that the city has right now are from July. So who knows what and when? I've watched resolutions come and go related very specifically to upgrades at Clayville and preemptive purchase of NOx emission credits that are, for reasons extraordinary and unspecifiable. So are we all going to wait and see and react until the community learns something new themselves again? What happens if any of you decide to vote no from listening to the community right now? I'm sorry we didn't show up months and months and months ago. We're learning as we go. But there's one thing that just constantly bugs me from that town hall is, can somebody clarify what the CEO explained that the mayor would announce in digital citizen cards with a claim for produce basket once a week? He didn't mention it in a State of the City address, just like the data center. Thank you.
Thank you. State your name, please, and city you live in.
Hi, I'm Larry from Vineland, and I'm going to start off by asking, Northeast Precast is a minority owner in Data 1. Does anybody on the city council own any type of stock in Northeast Precast? Anybody in the city at all?
No.
Not known? All right. This LNG tank ain't even the first change from the site plans. With the city, we're just not even allowed to be in the loop of this. How many more site plans are they going to make? And with how hard it was pushed to be in the city, I got to ask, did you know these site plans were coming, like these changes were going to happen? I want to also point out how I went to Bridgeton, and I went to talk about how the possibility of them having a data center over there. And I got to talk to the business administrator, and he sat down and had a whole conversation with me and talked to me through the whole entire process and how it would go. So they don't even own the property yet, but he start from finish, this guy took 30 minutes out of his time and explained to me and Shoshana how exactly this all works, and how exactly the next step would be, and how exactly the last step would be. And every single time the public would be able to comment, he told us at which step that would be. The minutes cut, 2 people in the entire time I've been here have gone over the minutes. It was me and Pat, and you were perfectly cool with Pat going over 5 minutes. That's all. Thank you.
State your name, please, where you live.
Good evening. My name is Laura Mallet. I live in Vineland. I am also here to talk about the AI data center and how, for one, the fact that there's still not an environmental study done speaks of either Charles wanting this to go away magically, which isn't happening, or it just speaks of just trying to draw it out that maybe people will forget. No, we're not going to forget. We're smarter than that. I also want to mention in New Brunswick, they had plans for a data center. The public told City Council no. And they are turning that property into a park instead. That is exactly what should happen here. You should have been telling the CEO of Nebius and for Data One and all, you should have been telling them no flat out to begin with. Creating jobs is nice, but as I've previously stated in previous meetings, for how long will those jobs last? And with construction, they don't often last very long. And the fact that these plans have changed, that we're just now finding out that they've updated the whole plan, doesn't sit right with me at all. It feels like this should have been brought to a vote for approval by the public, or at the very least by hearing of it before plans were brought forth. And they're trying to go gung-ho with this like no one knows what, no one knows about it, but we do know about it. We're not dumb. Let's see. But yes, like I said, in New Brunswick, they say the public told City Council very firmly, very loudly, no, and that property is going to become a public park instead.
Got a question, ma'am, just out of curiosity.
Yes.
Is it public property that they were building on?
If I remember right.
Please remove her. Now you're embarrassing, ma'am. Yeah, sure. Everyone here is for you. Have a nice night. See you later.
With that being said, my apologies. I believe, to my knowledge, it was public property that is being converted into a park instead. With that being said, let me present to you a couple things that I have learned recently. According to the UN University Institute for Water, it has been announced that we will start running out of clean water for drinking, for showering, for laundry, and for dishes in the next few years. We are officially entering water bankruptcy, and this is a direct result of AI. If that's not a further reason to stop this, there is a supercomputer dedicated to artificial intelligence is under construction in Villefontaine, opposite a village in France. It is being developed by Data One, a company funded by Emirati Capital, which aims to develop one of the most powerful AI-dedicated supercomputers in Europe, with a final power output of 200 million watts. There have even been reports in the press suggesting that a power output of 1 billion watts, equivalent to the power of a nuclear reactor. Now, do we really want something that powerful in our town? No, we don't. We want better use of the space instead of being turned into a power drain or a power pit that's draining energy away from the aquifers, from a power grid that cannot handle that kind of load as it stands now without asking help from like Atlantic City Electric, for example. And my other issue that I want to address is I see I'm close to time, I know, reducing the time from 5 to 3 minutes. Some of us need that extra minutes to gather our thoughts. So please, at the very least, keep it to 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Next. State your name, please, and where you live.
My name is Brianna Shaw. I live in Brooklawn, New Jersey.
I'm sorry, where did you say?
Brooklawn, New Jersey.
Thank you.
Thank you for the City Council for facilitating this discussion. As a South Jersey resident, I am horrified. I am horrified about the idea of opulent CEOs having minimal oversight and no regard for the people of Vineland. I grew up going to Malaga Camp. I don't know if anyone else went. It's a Christian church camp that allowed younger generations to connect with God. My family and I loved this location. I was elated to spend time in the woods and by the Malaga Lake. The fresh air in Vineland was not what I was used to coming from Brookline, New Jersey. If you guys know the Brookline Circle, it was very much of a big change. My family and I, oh wait, sorry, I said that. The fresh air, oh, okay, anyways. I am horrified about what will happen to the Malaga Lake after the AI data center is built. Even if the water supply system does not come from Malaga Lake, I am scared about where else it will come from. It will leach off somewhere else, anywhere. One of those fresh body waters is the Great Lakes. These Great Lakes have hit low water levels comparatively since 2019. If we take a moment to listen to the other community members in the United States who have had to succumb to having AI data centers in their communities, you can hear their pleas. One resident said in a rural Georgia community, said, her name is Beverly Morris, she stated that she is scared to drink the water. It is no coincidence that these data centers are popping up in rural communities. The CEO of Northeast Precast enjoys fishing himself, as I'm sure many others here do, especially by the Malaga Lake. The effects do not end at recreational fishing. Lastly, I am horrified about the idea of being complacent with these data centers. I wouldn't want this near me. It is not sustainable, and nobody should have to succumb to opulent CEOs. I would like to read from the Bible, Genesis 1:26. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish and the sea and the birds of the heavens." No amount of donations to a public library absolve you from your sins against the community. Thank you for letting me talk.
Thank you very much. And by the way, I went to Malaga Camp myself when I was young. Next. State your name, please, and where you live.
Hi, my name is Nicole Alvarez, and I'm a Vineland resident. Tonight, I would like to address a few topics concerning the city's communication. First, it's my understanding that tonight you will vote on whether or not to reduce the allotted time for public comment from 5 minutes to 3. While I recognize that listening to speakers can be time-consuming, public comment should not be an inconvenience to you. The opportunity to address our elected officials in this room is one of the few direct ways residents can share concerns. Shortening that time further limits meaningful participation, especially for those discussing complex issues, such as issues concerning the data center and its impacts. I think the timing of this amendment is not a coincidence, and it raises serious concerns about the intent behind reducing the public's opportunity to speak out. You were elected to represent this community, and that responsibility includes listening to your constituents, even when it requires patience and time, or when we don't all agree. Maintaining the current 5-minute period demonstrates respect for residents' voices and could help reinforce the public trust that has disintegrated these last few months. Please do not allow your lack of patience to come at the expense of civic engagement. Vote no. Secondly, I would like to address something I have observed at these council meetings. At the first meeting I attended, I was encouraged to see some of you taking notes during our comments. It gave the impression that you were listening carefully and considering what residents were saying. However, it has become clear that those notes do not translate into meaningful acknowledgement or engagement with the concerns being raised. For example, at the last meeting, multiple residents made statements asking you to vote no on the pilot. Nevertheless, the vote proceeded as it typically does. You voted yes, and during the privilege of floor, there was literally no response to our concerns that were raised and shared, nor was there any explanation as to why you voted yes. Instead, some of you made comments regarding snow removal, and some of you made no comment at all. I found that disheartening, and quite frankly, to me, it does feel disrespectful. Please consider using that time to provide meaningful, relevant feedback to the residents here that are showing up. Lastly, I would like to discuss the amended site plan recently provided to NJDEP by Data One. The new amended site plan includes hazardous additions such as above-ground LNG tank and storage for biosludge. Mr. Tanetta confirmed that these changes will trigger the need for the environmental impact study and will require amended site plan approval from the planning board. I simply ask that when this application to the planning board is made, that you inform us. In the past month, I have received a city newsletter via email, text alerts regarding trash day, and an email regarding snow removal. Use these same avenues to inform your residents of high interest issues such as the data center. Since the developer in the past has chosen to not provide the required legal notices in the paper or via mail, please take it upon yourselves to inform us. Please do not allow another special meeting to take place without properly notifying the public. In closing, please stop ignoring us, hear our statements, and respond. Residents should not have to fight this hard to be heard and informed by their local government. Thank you.
Thank you. State your name and where you live, please.
Hello, my name is Mary Gaunt, and I live in Vineland. I'll begin by reminding those listening that the data center sits atop a sensitive area to our water supply. This was already problematic under the previous site plans, but is even more so now that the newest site plan includes liquid natural gas storage placed between two wetland areas. There's constantly talk of wanting to bring progress to Vineland. It saddens me that progress is just the newest spin on industrial sprawl that degrades natural resources and leads to a lower quality of life for residents. A forward-looking vision for Vineland could include so much more. If there was ever a possibility for a city in southern New Jersey to lead the way in progress, it's Vineland. The possibility of a sustainable city was built right into the original plans. We could be leading the state in sustainable agriculture, agritourism, walkable and bikeable infrastructure, access to open space, and an overall high quality of life at a reasonable price. Instead, progress looks like more of the same. There's just new branding and some rich guy with a French accent. When it comes to emissions, the data center is said to be using a new biofilter process. Calculations about this process have been flagged by the NJDEP more than once. I worry that the steps in the right direction that Vineland has been taking will be canceled out if our air quality worsens. I'd love to believe that everything will be just fine, but based on reports from other similar projects around the country, I have concerns. Finally, the emissions from the data center don't just affect Vineland. The emission radius for the data center captures Millville residents as well. The land use criteria cites medium to high density urban development within it, but was modeled by a rural capture of the surrounding area. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. State your name and where you live.
Hi, my name is Trista Cleaves, and I live in Vineland. I just wanted to acknowledge that I really feel like there is animosity in between this council and the people that live here. Whenever we come up, I feel like there's like this tension when we are just trying to express what we are wanting as a city, what we want you to do as elected officials. We, as a city, elected you to make decisions on our behalf, and we want you to listen to us. We want you just to be present and be aware of the fact that we are trying to tell you, we're trying to be here, trying to say, look at the facts. Look at what we were given at the town hall. Look at what we have been given in past AI data centers. This biofuel project, as an engineering student, seems very far-fetched. This is something that Charles definitely did say, do your research. I have done my research, and it is something that is going to be very difficult to maintain over time. This is not something that's just going to be like I'm going to put this filter in and it's going to be fine. This is something that has to be constantly maintained over time, and I don't think any company has the bandwidth to do that right now. And not only that, I feel like when we are cutting public speaking time after something such as this has happened, it causes an issue again with the public. You are telling them that you don't want to listen or you don't want to hear us, but understandably, you have gotten a lot of feedback because we're upset. But at the same time, you have to understand we need time to speak. We need time to just be and tell you that you are elected for this position to make decisions on our behalf. Like I have said, this needs to be something that is just second nature to elected officials. You make decisions based off of what the public is telling you, or based off the facts that we're telling you, based off the research that you have to do after we tell you what we need. That's something that I feel like should be across the board, bottom line. And again, I think that you should vote no on this time cut. I think that this is not fair to anybody that has spoken here. Again, like we have said, usually we don't even take up 5 minutes. We take up maybe 3, maybe 2. But just because of the nature of everything that's happening with Data One, you're having a multitude of people come at you, and that's just your job. So, thank you.
Thank you. State your name, where you live.
Steve Lewis, Vineland, New Jersey. This is a little on the lighter side. It's about the snow removal. I had a neighbor call me and said, I was woken up by a snowplow at 2:30 in the morning. And he said, they did a wonderful job. So Director Nair and all his men and women who work for him with snow removal, we should give them a little credit for the hard work they've been doing, and they deserve that. And they did an excellent job on my street, and I realized that when you have a lot of snow, it takes time to get to you. And sometimes it's later than what you would like, but they probably will get eventually to doing your street the best they can. And I'm under the understanding that Vineland Electric did pretty well as far as outages go, and they're to be commended if this is true, and I think it is. So they're to be commended. Now, as you know, I come to these meetings all the time, and I sit and listen. I start thinking sometimes, well, I have a sister-in-law from Dividing Creek's a small town. They told her she might not have electric till Sunday, and they are serviced by Atlantic City Electric. So then I started thinking, well, I listen to all these people out here talking about AI, the use of electric. What's going to happen once AI is running and we have another snowfall? Atlantic City Electric can't take care of a small town of Dividing Creek. They have to wait until Sunday. How are they going to make sure that everybody else in Vineland and the different areas will have electric? I have all the faith in the world of Vineland Electric, but I don't have a whole lot of faith in Atlantic City Electric. So that's something that maybe should be thought of. Thank you.
Thank you. State your name, please, and where you live.
Hi, I'm Daniel Caraballo. I live in Vineland, right on Spring Road. I was born and raised in this city. I went to school at St. Mary's, at St. Francis. I'm an alumni of Vineland High School. I currently work at Custom Graphics in Vineland, where I make shirts for every business in town and patronage. I was just commissioned by the city to do the mural on Landis and the Boulevard, too, about the founding of our town. And I went to the Vineland Historical Society to research Vineland before I did this mural, to find out what the start of the city was, to see how we started. And it's a pretty impressive story. It's really cool if anybody cares to look it up. But this data center is a bad idea. don't have enough long-term research to tell us what is going to happen. Fact. I feel like money is a motivator here. I feel like money is behind the answer to every time I look for the answer, it always ends with money. Money is the reason people are doing this. I'm trying to follow the money to see who's going to benefit the most from this. And I can't seem to get a straight answer from anybody, so hopefully you guys will provide that soon enough. But I love my town. I absolutely have so much love for this town. I'm the epitome of Vineland. I'm half Puerto Rican, half Italian. I worked at the Savoy Inn. I worked at Vineland Applebee's for 15 years. This is my city. I love my city and the people in it. And I feel like this is done in haste, and this is done too quickly for us to know what the real consequences of it are going to be. Thank you.
Thank you. Please state your name and where you live.
Hi, my name is Angie Iannucci, and I live in Rosenhain. Forgive me, this is my first time at one of these things.
It's okay.
I want to offer a bit of a different perspective on this whole AI warehouse thing that's going on, a more human perspective. And I just want to keep it real. No one wants this. No one my age wants this. All right, I'm a fresh 22, and I don't even know where the demand for AI is, or the demand for artificial intelligence is. I mean, it's in the name, it's artificial. And I was impacted by the beginning of the social fracture caused by COVID-19. And my sister, she's a senior in high school, and with AI, she's not learning a damn thing, you know? Whatever that this is going to be for. AI has infiltrated creativity, education, just, I don't know, and I mean this in the kindest way possible, but as, you know, the gentleman who spoke before me said, if there was no money involved in this, I don't think that you folks would care very much either, you know? That's all.
Thank you. State your name, where you live.
All right, how's everybody doing tonight? My name is Jeff Lindsay. I live in the iconic city of Vineland. Thank everybody for coming out tonight, but the word transparency has been going around, and I think some people are still under the impression that the data center is not already going on. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, the data center is already been approved, and we're moving forward with this. So in saying if we are moving forward with this, why couldn't it be some more cool solutions that everybody comes in with? Since it's going to be here, we might as well make it benefit the community. So I'm saying, even a Data One Center, just had an interview with someone, and I was talking to them about this. Maybe the data center could invest into a youth center. You know, some of the proceeds that the money that's been made, or I don't know how we could work that out, but that could go on. Also, is it possible that the community could invest into the data center? Because I don't know how much the stocks is now, but if this is going to be the wave of the future, and I mean this for everyone that's in this building, if it's going to go, we have to make sure that it actually does benefit us. So it actually could benefit us if we come up with solutions. So whatever concerns that we do have, whether it's the pollution, the noise, if we're investing in it, then we can make sure that they have things in play just in case our concerns have ever been met, whether it's the energy, whether it's the drawing of the electricity. And this is where us in City Council should be able to sit down and, like I said, talk together and come up with a solution. Because right now, and if I'm wrong, City Council, let me know, is the data center going on? Because if it is, then all these talks are meaningless if it's going to move forward. Because
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. So no matter about the plans changing, the plans that changed, that didn't change, that the data center is coming. So like once again, can we have somewhere where the data center is Data One is investing in the community? Like I said, some of the proceeds go back to the youth. Maybe some of the community people, if they want to, can invest into the Data One Center. I know some of the people don't want to hear this, but if it's going to go down, we want to make sure that it benefits us in the long run and basically the youth. So we need youth centers just like the data center, because there's a lot of concerns. It's not just the data center that's killing us, that we should be lobbying against Walmart that's selling poison that gives us cancer in the food and all these other good concerns that come along with bad health or bad choices that are being made. So once again, when I come back, I would like to know if we can invest and how much the shares, and if it could be somewhere in the literature that Data One invests in a youth center and give back to the schools, teachers, things of that nature, so the youth can benefit from this. Just like, I guess, I don't know who else is benefiting, but as long as the community benefits, that's my concern. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Close the public portion.
Mr. President, I present ordinance number 2026-7, ordinance of the City of Vineland in the County of Cumberland, New Jersey, appropriating $1 million even from the Capital Improvement Fund to supplement the $10,600,000 even appropriated by bond ordinance 2025-23, finally adopted March 25, 2025, of the city for various improvements to the Vineland Municipal Electric Utility, which is ready for a public hearing.
Entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-7 be taken up for public hearing and open to public for discussion.
So move. Second.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak on ordinance number 2026-7? Seeing no one, close it. Chair entertain a motion. The public hearing on ordinance number 2026-7 be closed.
So move.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-7 be taken up for final reading and adopted according to law.
So move.
Discussion by council. I will make a comment just to clear everybody's mind. This is normal upgrading, and we have been expanding the electric utility, as well as we are looking into electrical storage so that we don't have any issues, as you're talking about, with brownouts, et cetera, because we only put out X amount of megawatts. So when we're not at peak, we can actually store energy, and when we have to go to peak, there won't be any issues. And that is just for the town of Vineland itself. It has nothing to do with the data center. Roll call.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2026-7, ordinance of the City of Vineland in the County of Cumberland, New Jersey, appropriating $1 million even from the Capital Improvement Fund to supplement the $10,600,000 even appropriated by bond ordinance 2025-23, finally adopted March 25, 2025, of the city for various improvements to the Vineland Municipal Electric Utility. With a vote of 5 yeas, this ordinance is hereby adopted.
Mr. Franchetta, please submit ordinance number 2026-7 to the mayor for his approval or disapproval.
Present ordinance number 2026-8, ordinance amending ordinance 1074 as amended, Chapter 687, Article 1, Section 687-8 of the Code of the City of Vineland entitled Right of Access, Right to Place Instruments, which is ready for a public hearing.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-8 be taken up for public hearing and open to the public for discussion.
So move.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to be heard on ordinance number 2026-8? Seeing no one, we'll close it. Chair entertains a motion, public hearing on ordinance number 2026-8 be closed.
So move. Second.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-8 be taken up for final reading and adopted according to law.
So move. Second.
Discussion? Seeing none,
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-8, ordinance amending ordinance 1074 is amended Chapter 687, Article 1, Section 687-8 of the Code of the City of Vineland entitled Right of Access, Right to Place Instruments. With a vote of 5 yeas, this ordinance is hereby adopted.
Franchetta, please submit ordinance number 2026-8 to the mayor for his approval or disapproval.
Yes.
Thank you.
Present ordinance number 2026-9, ordinance amending ordinance 86-46 as amended, Chapter 687, Article 15, Section 687-110 of the Code of the City of Vineland entitled Remote Meters, which is ready for a public hearing.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-9 be taken up for public hearing, open to the public for discussion.
So move.
Second?
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas? Yes. Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to be heard on ordinance number 2026-9? Seeing no one, Chair entertains a motion the public hearing on ordinance number 2026-9 be closed.
So move.
Second?
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-9 be taken up for final reading and adopted according to law.
So move.
Discussion? Seeing no one.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas? Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-9, ordinance amending ordinance 86-46 as amended, Chapter 687, Article 15, Section 687-110 of the Code of the City of Vineland entitled Remote Meters. With a vote of 5 yeas, this ordinance is hereby adopted.
Franchetta, please submit ordinance number 2026-9 to the mayor for his approval or disapproval.
Yes.
Thank you.
Present ordinance number 2026-10, ordinance amending ordinance 2005-100 as amended, Chapter 425, Article 8 of the Code of the City of Vineland entitled Affordable Housing, which is ready for a public hearing.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-10 be taken up for public hearing and open to public for discussion.
Second?
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to be heard on ordinance number 2026-10? Seeing no one, Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-10 be closed.
So move.
Second?
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-10 be taken up for final reading and adopted according to law.
So move.
Second?
Is there any discussion? Seeing none.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-10, ordinance amending ordinance 2005-100 as amended, Chapter 425, Article 8 of the Code of the City of Vineland entitled Affordable Housing. With a vote of 5 yeas, this ordinance is hereby adopted.
Mr. Franchetta, please submit ordinance number 2026-10 to the mayor for his approval or disapproval.
Yes. Mr. President, I present ordinance number 2026-11, which is ready for first reading.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-11 be taken up for first reading.
So move.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-11, an ordinance to amend and supplement ordinance number 8, which established the classification and compensation plans for the City of Vineland, various titles.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-11 be passed for first reading, that a public hearing be held on Tuesday, March 10th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m.
Second?
Discussion? Seeing none.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes.
I present ordinance number 2026-12, which is ready for first reading.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-12 be taken up for first reading.
So move.
Second?
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2026-12, ordinance amending ordinance 2025-92, and ordinance to amend and supplement ordinance number 8, which provides the classification and compensation plans for the City of Vineland, various Unit 3 and N3 titles to correct an error therein.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2026-12 be passed for first reading, that a public hearing be held on Tuesday, March 10th, 2026 at 5:30 PM.
So move. Second.
Seeing none.
Dr. Arthur.
Yes.
Councilmember English.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Vice President Gomez.
Yes.
President Spinelli.
Yes. Mr. President, I present Resolution number 2026-63, resolution ratifying and confirming the appointment of the law firm of Testa, Heck, Testa and White, Vineland, New Jersey, as part-time municipal court public defender for the municipal court of the city of Vineland, and S. Daniel Hutchinson, Esquire, Woodbury, New Jersey, as alternate conflict public defender, and authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute a professional services agreement therefore. Chair entertains a motion, resolution number 2026-63 be adopted according to law.
So move. Second.
Discussion? Seeing none. Excuse me? Yes.
She wants a comment, tell her to come up here.
Please, if you want to comment, come to the microphone.
It's not a public portion. It's not a
Just for your clarification, Ms. Garrity, just to send it into the public hearing piece, which we all vote yes on, to go to public hearing, and then if we want to vote no on it, that's where the vote for no would go.
My only concern is most of the time you just vote yes on everything. And not for nothing.
I will address that later.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Mike Testa has been downright rude to a lot of us. And he is behind this data center, and we are aware. So I personally would prefer you go somewhere else.
This isn't public portion.
All right. It's not public portion, so thank you. Roll call.
That's my apologies. Dr. Arthur.
Yes.
Councilmember English.
Yes.
Is this the one you would
Abstain for this one? Abstain.
Abstains. Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Vice President Gomez.
Yes.
President Spinelli.
Abstain.
Abstain as well. Okay. City Council has approved that all the matters listed in the consent agenda are considered to be routine and non-controversial and be adopted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which case an item will be removed and considered with an individual vote. All matters on the consent agenda have been presented to City Council during either a work session or the pre-meeting conference and appear on the consent agenda without objection. Their titles will not be individually read into the record, but will be properly memorialized in the meeting minutes.
Chair entertains a motion to approve all items on the consent agenda. Not now. Thank you. Thank you. It's controversial to us. Roll call, please.
Do we have a motion? Motion?
You don't need it. I got the motion. Go ahead.
So move. Second.
Dr. Arthur.
Yes.
Councilmember English.
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas.
Yes.
Vice President Gomez.
Yes.
And President Spinelli.
Yes. At this time, we'll have privilege of the floor. Dr. Arthur.
No comment.
Please remove them. Have a nice night. Have a nice night. Have a nice night. Last act. Goodbye. Actually, your behavior is ridiculous. Dr. Arthur. Dr. Arthur.
Yes.
Dr. Arthur.
Yes.
Would you like to say anything?
Nothing.
Mr. Vargas?
On a good note, I'd like to congratulate all the retirees. Good luck.
Thank you. Please, decorum, and you don't have it. You don't just yell out. You had your time. You had your time to speak, ma'am. You had your time. You may leave as well. Thank you very much. You had your time to speak. You didn't take it. Have a nice day. My son works in one. Enough of your nonsense.
Excuse me, Dr. Bill?
Goodbye. Goodbye. You're done. We are not screaming out. You're not at the concert, hon.
Please, close the meeting.
Close the meeting.
Positives. Positives. The city did a good job on these roads. We talked about that. I actually, on my street, witnessed the EMT coming out, took care of a stroke victim in the neighborhood. Outstanding job by them as well. Usually when the storms come in, as a councilman, the first thing you do is check to see what the people say. And it was a very positive vibe for what took place with this past snowstorm compared to ones in years past. So kudos to that. Ms. Alvarez, you got my attention. One thing I always prided myself on is speaking to the public. We talk about 3 and 5 minutes. I was part of the school board where we had 5 minutes, we went to 3 minutes, okay? Never once, when it went to 3 minutes, did I, as president, shut someone down if they had substance to bring to the table. If indeed someone has a speaking problem, nerves, it was never disrespected, and I don't believe the gentleman to the right of me would do something like that. It's about bringing the substance of the situation, and when we had things that were redundant, we spent an hour sometimes hearing the same thing. The point was definitely heard. When we sit in these seats, we chose to put our name on that ballot. So we know that the word tension, falsely accused, name calling, and disrespect, it has happened. But I do thank each one of you for having the courage to come up here and speak, because what you have given me, and I can't speak for the rest of us, we are a city council of 5, but the way we hear things and perceive things, I'm in my mind and my mind only. You have enlightened me to the point where, yes, I've done the homework, and you were all in here when I spoke that first night, and the gentleman in the back addressed me very disrespectfully. If you don't want it, you're not going to find anything positive about it. So I understand that, and I think you're all mature enough to understand that. There's the pros and there's the cons. The information you continue to bring to us is the negative, and we do our due diligence to bring it to the right people, and they answer me with the answer I need to hear, because I didn't know it till you brought it to my attention, and I thank you for that. Remember, the AI Center is one thing going on in the city of Vineland, and yes, it's the elephant in the room. That's why you're here, okay? I spoke to many of people that had positive things to say about it as well, okay? When it comes to AI and all that, if you're on your cell phone, you're using it. I'm a school teacher, guys. I retired from my plumbing business. I teach kids how to plumb, okay? And one thing I can tell you, what AI has done for me, it gives me a blueprint. We all have our own minds to make the right decision on how I'm going to teach that kid plumbing, but it gave me a foundation for the lesson on soldering. Then you detail it the way Scott English would teach it, okay? The whole AI picture is something that's going to evolve. It's going to be here long after we're all dead, okay? How it goes in Vineland, New Jersey remains to be seen. I believe the train is on the track, it's rolling down. The gentleman spoke this evening, and an investment back into the community. Good feedback again. I'm probably going over my 5 minutes or whatever I have, I don't even know anymore. But at the end of it, it's disrespectful to think that we don't care, and maybe that's not the right word I'm thinking here. I care more than you think I care, and I believe we care more than you think we care, okay? Continue to bring your information, whether it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Give me the words, and you do in your emails, Ms. Alvarez, you do. And it has enlightened me in a lot of areas. I've yet to see something to make me say the word no. And I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with each one of you. But if that's not what you want to hear, you're going to continue to disrespect and not like what I say or how I vote. I'm not even going to apologize for it, because when we put our names on the dotted line, we have to make decisions that are what's best for the entire city of Vineland. And that's pretty much all I have this evening.
Okay, thank you, Scott. To answer a couple things. One, we voted on certain things that dealt with the data center that if they did not get it, we would be putting ourselves in lawsuits because they were entitled to get them. And they've qualified for them through the state mandates that state that they get them. So that being said, our job is to not get you into lawsuits, it's to keep you out of them, because you pay for the lawsuits, just like I do, because I live here. Now, I've been here, I don't know if I'm the oldest person in this room, I think Mr. Lewis has got me. You may have me too, but I'm 72. All 72, I lived in this town. I'm not going to do anything that I think is going to hurt anybody. In fact, if you know anything about me, which most of you probably don't, I've helped more people throughout my life and in this town get things done or have things that had absolutely nothing to do with my position here other than I knew people because they couldn't get it or they couldn't do it. Nothing has been given to the city yet. You people pulled the revised plan from the DEP. We know it. I knew it. We can't do anything until it goes to our land use board. It's their decision. If they need a variance, it goes to the zoning board. It's their decision. It's not ours. So to sit here and keep telling me that we let them build it, it's our fault, sorry. It's misplaced. We didn't vote on anything. They built on private property, which is why I asked the young lady, was the other one on public property? Because then it's a different story. Because then the city would have to sell it to them or lease it to them. They leased it from a private owner. They have to follow, we're not answering any more questions. We're done with that. And I'm sorry, Ms. Alvarez, because you are very respectful, and I appreciate that as well. I answered 2 or 3 emails today that I got, and I've tried to answer most of them, and if I didn't know the answer, I sent you to the solicitor. And I told some of the people, listen, we get this information, the noise complaints and all the other things that come through. It goes back to the people running Data One. We don't sit on it. We let them know. Mr. Tenetta has been talking to their attorney forever about all the different things that come up. I'm sure they're tired of hearing from us as well. Too bad. I don't have any investment. I'm not great friends with anybody. I know who the people are. That's it. So take this thing out of your mind that you think that, we're in bed with somebody, because the only person I'm in bed with is my wife. And that's it. So the reality check on it is a lot of your misplaced anger, I do understand, as Scott said. We understand it. We are limited in what we are allowed to do. That's Civics 101 on how municipal government works. And that's what I taught for a living, by the way. And as far as what you say, I have not really cut too many people off unless they got indignant. It's how you say it. Screaming from the back of the room, cussing us out. And I made a mistake early on and had a mic drop. I apologized publicly and privately to the person it was directed to. I haven't got an apology yet for the crap that was called to me. So that's a two-way street. If you want us to respect you, and we do, about a little bit back, you can say anything you want up here respectfully. That's all we ask. It's called decorum. And if you don't want to use the decorum, we are going to remove you. You are not going to disrupt our council meetings. I don't agree with the way federal government runs, and Mr. Winder, you've worked in it. I'm watching Congress walk out of a State of the Union. I think it's an absolute sin. It's about a little bit of respect. You don't have to like the president, but he's the president. That's the way government functions. We hear you. We've taken your stuff. I see all the stuff on social media. I've talked to Angela and messaged her and gave her information, and she knew I got mad at her. Doesn't mean I came over and said hello tonight. And we didn't know each other other than basically through this meeting here. I happen to know her ex and her ex-in-laws. But the reality of it is that just come up and say what you want. If it takes 4 minutes, I'm not cutting you off. In fact, they yell at me because I don't cut you off sometimes. But there's a reality check. If you can't make your point in 3 minutes, then you don't know what you want to say. So that's where we're at. Now, I've given you some information about how it functions and what we did and what we didn't do. But some of the things, and Mr. Wander, I'm sorry that I stopped you about the money thing, but I'm tired of reading it because every one of them has been screenshot. Now, you want lawsuits? Because that's what can happen for slander. And then you'll pay for my lawyer because there'll be a city lawyer, and you'll pay for your own. And that's ridiculous. I won't win the case, but you'll spend money. It's absurd. And a couple of them, by the way, people I'm very good friends with. My very good friends, I call them out. It's the way it is. I'm a pretty point-blank person, and you can ask anybody sitting down here. You got an attorney back there that's sitting back there. I call it the way I see it. I'm not taking somebody screaming at me from the back. If you don't like it, I don't care. You're leaving. You want to say something civil? Have at it when it's your time. And when it's not your time, you don't scream. Thank you very much. Need a motion to adjourn.
So move. Second.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Councilmember English?
Yes.
Councilmember Vargas?
Yes.
Vice President Gomez?
Yes.
President Spinelli?
Yes. Have a good night. Be safe driving.